Hey everyone, Stacy from Dies to Die For. Welcome to day number 2 of the 25 Dies of Christmas video. I did these cards yesterday. Today I'm going to show you how to use these same dies in a scrapbooking page. And we're going to do a 2-page spread today. I know in years past I've only done 1 page and then done a bonus video, but we're going to do 2-page spread. Okay, now it's hard to kind of show a 2-page spread on this video, but I want it to look like it's just one continuous page, but on 2 pages. So when I cut my mats, I'm going to cut it so I can butt it all the way up to the edge right here, if that makes sense to you, and just recess it on the sides. So let me show you what I did first. The very first thing I did is start with a 12 by 12 page, and then I took my mat that I showed you yesterday, or my plaid pieces that I glued together, and I laid it down on the 12 by 12 white piece of paper, and I just did around the edges. I went a little bit in so that it would be covered, but on the 2 12 by 12 pages, see, this matches. And I messed up a little bit on this edge, but it's fine. Make sure that's on there. Then I made a couple of photo mats. These are my photos. These represent my photos because I don't use actual photos on the pages that I display because I don't want pictures of my kids everywhere. So I took, this is my photo, and I made 4 mats for the 2 pages. That was just a little bit bigger. I believe it's 1/2 inch bigger on that side, 1/4 inch on that side, and then I went a little bit bigger over here because I wanted to be able to put my ribbon. I can't remember what size I made them, but I always cut these pieces out to represent my photos. Even when I'm doing my books that I'm going to put photos on, I still start by using these. It's a lot less distracting for me than looking at a photo while I'm scrapbooking. All right, anyway, I cut 4 of those out, and then I used the same template, whatever you want to call it, to ink the back of it. And this one I have not finished yet, and it appears that I'm missing my ribbon piece. Is that maybe why I didn't finish it? Oh no. I have no idea where I put my ribbon piece. It is not here, and my machine's in the other room. So we're just going to pretend like we did this. I was going to show you how I built this whole thing, but I'm going to take my glue and glue my photo piece, or you can use photo splits, whatever you use for your... See, I didn't do all the way in the center. I just did enough so it was covered. Move this over to the edge a little and just leave a little bit of a reveal. And then this is where I can't believe that I don't have another ribbon piece. Must have fallen out. So I'm going to take my pine needles, and this color ink, I use the Simon Hurley Game Over ink. Then I'm going to take my pines, and just because I don't have my ribbon there doesn't mean I can't glue these down still. So like these bigger ones, I'm going to break it in half, and I'm just going to lay them out a little, like 4 or 5 pieces on one side and 3 or 4 on the other. Stagger them a little. Then you might want to move them in a little bit more because in theory the ribbon should go over top of them. And I'm not going to restart this video and go cut another piece because my kids are going to be home soon, then it's going to get loud. Like that, when the ribbon's over it, I think that's good. Okay, so we're just going to take these pieces See, that's what I think or get for thinking that I have it all together and I have all my dies together. I didn't show you the dies again on here. I figured I just showed them to you yesterday for the card. Do you need to see them again? This is our new pine needle die. Just tell you what they are. I don't think I used anything different in here, except I did use the shadow for the words. Okay. And we're going to pretend like I put ribbon down the center of that. The ribbon can be added later. That's easy enough to add. I just won't glue this piece down until I have the ribbon, because I want to be able to wrap the ribbon around the edges. And that's how you're going to do that. And we're going to make 2 of them. I'm going to put them both sideways here. Let me get this one glued down at least. I'm going to face the pine needles on this to the outside, because I'm making these little blocks here and they'll have pine needles on them. Okay. Now these, because these are not going to be photos. I didn't ink around the edges of these because they're supposed to be photos, but these are not going to be photos. These are going to be a little block. So I'm going to ink around the edges. Grab my scissors here. I only have my big pair of scissors out here, so usually I use my micro tips to distress the edges, but I want edges distressed to match the word blocks that we'll have on the other page. Just go around the edges a little. The reason, when we're at shows, the reason I started doing scrapbook pages with our dies is because I get the comments so many times from people, it's okay if it rips. Just makes it, adds to the distressed look. Like around, oh, I didn't tell you this piece. I distressed the edges, but they are ripped. And then I went around it with the ink. But anyway, when I'm at shows, so many people will be like, oh, dies, but I'm a scrapbooker, not a card maker. And I always tell people, but you can use dies on scrapbook pages too, and a lot of people apparently don't know that. So I started making scrapbook pages with my dies to show people that it can be done. And probably when we go to a show, half of our samples are scrapbook pages and half are cards, because I want to show everyone that you can use them for both. You can use them for home decor projects too. I think last year's 25 dies of Christmas, I made a wreath with our poinsettia die. That, now that I think about it, we moved this past year and some of my Christmas stuff is missing. I don't know where my wreath is. It probably got put down in my office. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, these little squares I'm going to glue on top of the piece that we already inked. And I don't know what size I cut these. I just laid my boots out on a piece of paper and kind of thought, okay, that's where I want to cut it. And the same with my hat. Now, these boots, we're going to glue them down. I'm just going to leave glue away from the very top because I want to tuck some pines under there. You can also glue the pines onto the boots and then put them down. Oh, that came right through. Okay, stop it. There we go. Okay, and just take some of the pines. And these I am going to leave full length because I want them to stick up above those boots. Fill it in. Got a little messy with the glue there. I'm just going to put one tall piece in each boot and then a couple of small pieces. There we go with that. I'm going to glue this one down. And I probably put more glue on here than what you need, but my pages go to shows with me and they get kind of beat up, so I need them sticking and staying together. That's why I go through a lot of glue. There we go. Okay, then we have this mat here. And now, for this little hat, I'm just going to put some pines under, like probably just 2 of them. Move them up a little bit. There we go. Then I'm going to put the hat right over top of them. I tried doing it with just one black with the hat on top of the boots and it looked funny, so that's why I separated them. Okay. Now remember, this piece isn't glued down yet, and I'm not going to glue it down until I get my ribbon piece cut. Actually, you know what? I can glue it. I'll just leave glue away from there. That way I can still tuck it under, because it will drive me crazy not to have it glued down. And then if I want, I can put a little bit more glue under there when I get my ribbon piece on. There, at least now it's not going to get lost or go anywhere. And there's the right side page. Now let's do the left side page. I already cut my words and glued everything together, distressed it all. I did the back with my template or mat and then put a piece of white, but then I did my shadow with the black, the Hurley Shady. But then I did use my template and I went over the letters too to make those look a little plaid. And then we're gonna lay these down. Let's see. I actually really like the way that these letters turned, or these words turned out. And here's this is the full set that I still believe in magic. One way, one the other. And it fits across here perfectly too. Okay, so there's my words. Then I already made these mats, or these photo mats, but instead of putting them sideways, I want a couple of pictures that are going to go this way. I just don't know whether the pine should go how the pine should go. I think more like that, like that. Yep. And that's what we're gonna do with them. And this page all together didn't, like putting it together and stuff, putting these mats together, that doesn't take a lot of time. But to ink these, the background, that took me a while. So if you want to make a page like this, just be prepared that inking the back is going to take a little bit of time. I don't mind. I just do it while I'm sitting watching TV. I think inking stuff is kind of relaxing and therapeutic anyway. I don't know if I can move that over a little bit more at all. Okay, anyway, there is our page now. I didn't know if I wanted some decorations on this page. Like, I was thinking maybe, we don't want that boot, we want the other side. Like maybe putting the boots like that with a couple of pines in them. Or does that make it a little bit too much? Let me see. That, or we could, or have an extra Santa hat I cut out. No, I think that there's too much red on that page for that Santa hat. We need some black to break it up. Okay, let's see if we do those like that. What do you think? Or no? We could just put some pines in a couple of spots. Yeah, I think the boots make it too busy. It's already kind of a busy page to begin with. So I think just a couple of pine needles. Having a hard time getting the right placement. Let's rip one of these in half. See, if I want to put this over here, I can't really tuck it under. We can tuck it under right there. There we go. Just 3 of them. I think that's what we're going to do. Let's get them glued down. And this white background piece, I think that I made that a 1/2 inch smaller. Did I? What size did I make it? Let's see. Yes. And this way it's 11 inches, so 1/2 inch on all 3 sides, 1/2 inch smaller. Get these glued down, and then I will let you guys go. Enjoy your Christmas break or whatever you're doing today before my children get home. Okay, there is the left-hand page, and here's the right. I'm going to stand up a minute. I know it's a little hard to show these 2-page spreads, but there you go. We will see you again tomorrow for day number 3 of the 25 Dies of Christmas. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have an awesome day.